Hello and welcome to another episode of Mews R&D MiniPodcast. Today with Magda Piątek, our senior software engineer.
Hello, nice to be here.
And thanks for joining us. And even though it's not Friday today, you may be watching it on Friday, which is cool because the surname means Friday. And I wonder if you ever correct people how they call you, because I said it Piątek, so was it a good Polish accent?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
Like usually it's Piatek, but you don't care.
Yeah, or in Czech is Patek, right? Yeah.
So just call me Friday.
Yeah.
So you actually joined Mews as a front-end engineer, although, when I check Slack, there is written senior software engineer. It doesn't say anything there. But you have recently kind of made a switch into backend. So before we talk about that switch, what brought you to front-end? Why did you become a front-end engineer?
I would say it was just the first choice. So during the university, I had internship in one Polish company, and they needed their front-end engineer. So I would say, like I even because before university, I didn't have any programming experience, right? So if they offered me this position in the company, I was like very eager to take it. And then I was growing in this area through internship, and then after first work.
And so was it from the get-go, was it React, JavaScript, or did you work with different frameworks, different languages?
That time, during the internship, I was only doing like CSS styling, a bit of JavaScript, jQuery that time, but for animation. And then in Poland, I got a course from React. It was like bootcamp. So it's where I learned React basics. And after I got the internship from Erasmus here in Prague, in Czech Republic, in the company. Where I developed myself more in React.
So then it was like, okay, I am a front-end engineer now, so I'll get the front-end engineer job in Mews.
Yes.
And then you worked as a front-end engineer. You work from the very beginning in fintech.
Yes.
Yes. So that's your kind of domain now. So why would you switch into the backend? Because our backend is, I wouldn't want to say specific, but usually you would have some different stack when you have JavaScript, but we have C#.NET. Yeah. So how did that come about?
I think because of curiosity, I was very interested what is happening in the background, right? So from the beginning, I was working with payments, but I really wanted to understand all the payments workflows, right? Like from the charges to processing those payments, how those payments are paid out to the hotels. So it was something I was developing front end, but I really didn't understand what I was developing. So I was very curious what's happening in the background.
Because at the time we used to have very strict differentiation between front-end engineer and back-end engineer. If you're a front-end engineer, you wouldn't really touch anything else. We didn't have anything like a full stack. But that has changed, right? We had this movement of becoming T-shaped. So was that also something that kind of nudged you into this?
So even if I was like front-end focused, I was asking for some backend tasks, also to help backend engineers when they were overloaded with their work. So from the beginning, I got support in this direction from my manager. He was like willing to help me with transition, also very supportive.
Did you do a lot of like pair coding with your colleagues from the backend?
Yes. Yes. They were very supportive. I learned a lot from them.
And you mentioned you did like the boot camp when you were, younger student. You did the front end boot camp. Did you do anything like that? Did you like find some course? Okay, I'm gonna now learn C#, or was it natural in the work?
I did some courses, like online courses, not like boot camps, online courses, and then I learned while developing.
So you don't regret this move?
No, not at all.
So are you now, when you go somewhere, do you say, hello, I'm Magda, I'm backend engineer, or you say just an engineer?
Backend.
Okay. Nice. Wow, that's a big change. Tell me maybe a little bit about, because you mentioned the payments, and we are going into this fintech world, fintech sphere. So what are the projects that you are working now, and maybe tell us a little bit what is fintech in Mews?
Mm-hmm. So fintech is a tribe, and we have currently 4 teams or 5, which is being created. So we are responsible for processing payments, right? From charging the guests, offering different payment methods, for example, card payments, Google
multiple
Pay,
currencies,
Apple Pay, SIPA. So we are processing the payments, and also we are responsible for paying them out to the hotels. And you mentioned different currencies, so it's the feature which I am developing currently. Now with multicurrency, the guests can choose the currency they want to be charged in. Because before multicurrency, they were always charged in the hotel bank account currency, and their banks, they made the conversion, right? So there were some hidden fees about which the guests didn't know. They didn't know exactly how much they would be charged. And now with multicurrency, they see the price in their bank account currency if they choose this one to be charged in. And they know exactly the amount which will be taken from their account.
So I can imagine this feature is very important for large multinational chains. That's probably the target audience for us for this feature.
Yes, yeah. Also the hotels which have guests from different countries, right? So they can.
And so you mentioned the multi-currency, and I think I've heard a lot about it. There has been. So what was the most kind of exciting part about this project? Like, did you start working on it when you were still a front-end engineer, or you got into it already as a back-end engineer?
So I switched the team from payment experiences to financial services. And then I told my new manager that I'm interested in backend. So he said, okay, we have a project for you to lead. Wow. It's a multi-currency project. And I was like, okay, I was doing front and I have some minimum knowledge about payments, but never I digged into backend flows. So it was like something new for me. If we even didn't know if it is like possible to develop, we weren't sure if Stripe had solution for that. We found out that Stripe was developing APIs when we started also developing multi-currency in Mews. So it was interesting to work with Stripe.
So you're in direct contact with Stripe and you work with there and you kind of suggest them what we would like to have, because I guess we're quite a big client of Stripe, you can say.
Yeah. They really took our feedback regarding the API for getting the conversion rates into consideration. So it was interesting to work with them.
And you mentioned that you had the project to lead, let's say. So is this something that you can see your career progressing? Because if I understand correctly, you have been always like an IC in certain domain where you were getting more and more responsibilities, but always as an IC. Do you have is there your dream to be a manager of people, or would you like to be more like more and more senior in your role?
I think I wouldn't like to be manager of the people. I would like to
approving holidays or something like that.
Yes. I think it's not for me. Yeah. I would like to grow like on technical side. We have now even in the team, we have now opportunities to like each team member has opportunity to lead the initiative. So it's good that we all gain experience in that field of leading, right? The team, like on some small piece of work.
Of course. And one question which we didn't talk before, so I'm going to put you on the spot, but would you be able to tell me a main difference between the front end and back end that you can see from, like, what are the things that you have to do now and you didn't have to do, you know, is there anything that you can actually think of, okay, this is the biggest difference?
Yeah, so now, of course, when I'm doing backend, I have to align more with business people, right? So before, I was mainly focused on technical aspects. And now when I implement something, I think how it can contribute to business growth, right? And because I speak more with business people, I am getting more familiar in their way of thinking.
So who are those business people? Let's say, is it your product manager, or do you go even beyond the team and you actually have to spend some time with people who are, you know, onboarding hotels, or people who are setting up, you know, who are you talking to, let's say, to get that business knowledge?
So I said before, with Stripe, with product manager, also customer success, I need to understand how they are onboarding the hotels. Also now we have a new platform, where all the invoices are being generated, right? And contracts signed. So I need to speak with those people to understand how we can, like, receive the information about contracts in Mews.
Okay. So it almost sounds more responsible. I don't want to diminish the work of a front-end engineer, not at all. But now it sounds like when you make a mistake here, it can cost more to the company and more to the clients. And you know, something that we spend a lot of time together, or with my team, is your involvement in the community. And I know that you're not a person that is like to be on the stage, and is not a person that looks for spotlight. But I know you kind of, I'm looking at the box behind you, so you are kind of getting outside of your little box. So why do you do that? Is it only because we ask you to, or is it something that you actually enjoy? Because I know that you spend some time mentoring new engineers through Chekitas, but I also know you spoke on stage on a meetup. So
I tend to be focused just or mainly on technical skills, but I think developing soft skills is also more important. And as you said, it's something outside my comfort zone. So I think by doing those things, you grow the most, right? So mentoring, you asked me mentoring. At the beginning, I thought that maybe I don't know enough, right, to mentor others. But I have very good experience. I was surprised that I could help quite a lot girls, and even if I didn't know something, together with girls, we found a solution. So
do you see yourself a little bit like you, I don't know, 10 years ago when you were just starting university? Would you like somebody with experience from business to talk to you? Because, you know, it's not like it happens like every day. So is it something that you would like to have back in the day? Would help you grow?
Yeah, for sure. To have the person like by your side who can assist you, right, and answer your questions. Yeah.
And by the way, I think it's very important when you show them I don't know, because you know, sometimes you make yourself a human a little bit, you know, because it's not like the more senior people know everything. So I think it's also good to say I don't know.
Yeah.
And how about you on stage? Because I know that's something you were terrified of, definitely for a couple of years that when we were talking. So how did you enjoy that? It was part of a React Girls meetup.
Yeah,
it was actually International Women's Day, right? It was like a special edition of it.
Yes. It wasn't that scary as I thought, I would say. So once I had the presentation prepared, I knew what to say. I got also support from community and some tips how to improve the presentation. I really enjoyed it because also the environment was very friendly. Yeah, those kind of meetups.
People don't go there to be nasty to each other.
Yeah. And I was talking about my journey from junior to senior, and I hope those girls who I think who most of them are in the same situation as I was before. I hope that they got some tips and advices how to become more confident in IT world, which might be scary sometimes.
And I think your experience is very inspirational. So this piece is just another way how to tell the world about you. So thanks for joining me and thanks for joining us. And as always, if you are in Mews, you can reach out to me or Magda on Slack. If you're not, reach out to us on LinkedIn. We'll probably respond to you. Are you on LinkedIn?
Of course.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.